Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to the channel. So I personally struggled with yo-yo dieting and restricting and binging for over 10 years. I went on my very first diet when I was 12 years old. I remember getting a negative comment about my appearance from my crush in middle school. And from that point on, I was never the same. I was so self-conscious about how I looked, and that spiraled into my very first restrictive diet, which then caused the binging, and I just made it a habit after a while. And so for 10 years, I was just trying to get out of that binging restricting cycle, yo-yo dieting, losing and gaining the same 20 to 30 pounds. And it took over my entire life. My entire life. I never thought that I would be able to overcome it. I'm sitting here today because I have overcome it, and I want to share with you every single tip, habit, change that I made to help me finally get out of this cycle. But I just want to say that if you're in it right now, which I'm going to assume you are because you are watching this video, please be patient with yourself. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes consistency. It takes so much self-awareness. And so I want to preface with that because I know how desperate you feel to get out of it. It feels like the worst thing in the world. And I just know, you want to do anything and everything that it'll take to get out of that cycle, but just know it's going to take time. And the biggest thing that you will learn on this journey that I had to learn, that I didn't have for those 10 years, was patience. So I want to share with you one change that I made in my lifestyle that helped me finally get out of the binge restrict cycle. And I want to preface by saying that so many of my binges, once I stopped restricting, so many of my binges started happening because I had a bad day, or I had a stressed out day, or my day just wasn't going the way that I wanted it to. That would put me in a bad state, a negative mood, which would then cause me to want to stress eat, emotional eat, binge eat, because I associated binge eating with temporarily feeling better, soothing my emotions, or at the very least numbing myself out so that I wouldn't have to think about the problems that I had during the day. And so what I had to start doing and changing in my lifestyle that I still do to this day was take charge of my mornings and actually implement a morning routine that felt good for me. Not a morning routine that anyone else told me that I should do or need to do, but one that truly made me feel good. And so if you were like me, I used to wake up as late as possible before I had a meeting or work or an appointment or just something that I needed to do. I would try to wake up as late as possible, get up immediately, roll out of bed, and then leave the house. Like, I would not get ready. I wouldn't take care of myself. I wouldn't give myself time to just sit, enjoy a cup of coffee, enjoy, like, get ready for the day. None of that. I would just immediately wake up by my alarm and then get out the door. And what I didn't realize was that was already putting me in a negative state, a frantic state, and I wasn't preparing myself or my energy for the day. And what I didn't realize at the time was that how we start our day sets the tone for how the rest of the day goes. So for example, if you start your day off by crashing your car, pretty much everything the rest of the day is gonna be crap, because you're already in such a terrible state, you're already in such a bad mood, so any little thing that happens during the day is gonna set you off. On the flip side, if you wake up and you find out that you won $1 million from the lottery, your day is gonna go pretty dang good, and any small inconveniences that happen, you're gonna let it roll off your shoulder because you are in such a high vibration state that nothing can get you down. And so, similar to winning a lottery, you need to start your day off with a routine that actually gives you time to yourself, that makes you feel good and puts you in a positive and happy state. So honestly, that could be watching cute animal videos if you're already used to scrolling on your phone. Could be going outside for a walk. That's my personal favorite. It could be sitting in the sun if you enjoy getting that sunlight. It could be hanging out with your dogs and petting them and just feeling that love and bond that you have with your animals. Whatever it may be, it could be taking a bath. Whatever it may be, you need to give yourself enough time, I would say at the very least 30 minutes, where you are spending time just to yourself, doing something that boosts your energy, that boosts your mood, because doing that is going to set the tone for how you feel the rest of the day. And so if you start your day off on a positive note, in a calm, relaxing note, in a self-care way, you're going to feel so much better, and you're going to be able to handle stresses throughout your day so much better, which in turn is going to be less likely to lead you to binge eat or emotionally eat or stress eat. I notice now that on the days where I don't have that much time for my normal morning routine, perhaps I woke up late, or I just had trouble sleeping the night before, whatever it may be, my days and how I feel, little things can really start to affect me and stress me out. And on those days, I notice a pull to binge eat or overeat or emotionally eat so much more. And you know that when you have the urge to binge eat, it's a lot harder to not binge eat than on the days when you don't have the urge to binge eat. So setting up your morning so that your entire day you feel good and you're able to take on the day and handle whatever life throws at you, setting up your morning in a way that actually makes you feel good, brighter. Maybe it's dancing, like do a 10-minute dance where you just dance in your living room by yourself, because it will boost your state and your energy and your vibration, which again, when you go into the world, into work, or, talk to family members or whoever, you're going to be able to handle those situations so much better without letting them affect your energy so much, because you started off your day in such a high state. So that change right there, not only has it helped me overcome binge eating and yo-yo dieting, but I have never been so productive with all of my life goals, purely because I make sure, without a doubt, even on Saturday and Sunday, that I start my mornings off with a routine that feels good to me. What does that look like exactly? Number one, I start my day off with coffee and tea. I love my coffee and I love my tea, and immediately doing that as soon as I wake up, I love it. It feels amazing to me. Then two, I will walk 2 of my dogs. I say 2 because I have 4. And I walk the 2 that I enjoy walking the most. The other 2, if I were to walk them, that would stress me out because they are reactive. So again, it has to be a morning routine that makes you feel good. And I know walking these 2, Rocky and Harley, they're such great such great walkers. So walking these 2 always puts me in a good state. And then I will vacuum the kitchen and I'll mop the kitchen floor as well, which sounds probably not fun for most people, but for me, seeing that clean floor, especially when I have 4 dogs that shed like crazy, it just puts me in such a good state. So for me, that's part of my morning routine that helps lift me up. Then I will take a bath. So sometimes I will only do 2 out of 4 of those things, depending on how much time I have. But on an ideal morning, or especially Saturday and Sunday where I have more time, I make sure to do all of those things because I know each one just boosts me up that much more. And so when I get to do all 4, my day is like perfect no matter what happens. But sometimes I only do 1, sometimes I do 2, 3, sometimes I get to do 4. But again, at least one thing that's going to boost your mood and put you in a good state. Maybe you live near the beach. Go to the beach. Spend some time with the water without your phone. Again, if your phone causes you to, feel anxious or stressed, then get off your phone, right? Or I know I mentioned, watching cute animal videos. If you do want to use your phone, make sure it's in a way that, again, is boosting your energy, not checking your email or bills or, angry client emails. Like, make sure it's something that, again, puts you in a good, positive state, because that is going to affect how you feel the rest of the day, which is in turn going to affect whether or not you are then going to fight the urge to binge eat or stress eat or emotionally eat at night. Now, if you are tired of going on this journey alone and trying to do it all yourself, and you feel like you're not showing up for yourself in the way that you know you should be and that you can be, then go ahead and apply to work with me one-on-one on my website at www.teamevolve.co. You can also follow me on Instagram at Vivian No and on TikTok at Vivian No with an underscore at the end, where I post so many more tips on how to overcome yo-yo dieting, binge eating, and overall fat loss tips as well. And then if you want to see more videos from me on YouTube, then go ahead and click this video right here. And otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today. And I'm sending you so much love and light on your health and fitness journey. Bye, guys.